Hi guys and welcome to my channel. I love carbs. So today I want to talk about something really personal and it's a lifestyle key that I found that I managed to change and give me a more positive outlook on life. For me, I was always, especially as a child in school, in secondary school, I was always the kind of person to be chosen last for the team. Never second, never third, not even seventh. I was always the last person chosen or second to last person chosen, no matter what the sport would have been. If it was football or if it was cricket or anything of that nature, I was always chosen last. And that was quite soul destroying for me to think that I have no value to give. I am nothing for people. And eventually after I left school and I grew up a bit and went to the working world, I realized that it's not for people, it's for yourself. Are you holding value to yourself? When I was young, I was told that my dreams that I had were too big. The things that I was trying to do were impossible. And if you had met me 6 years ago, you would not believe that I was that person then compared to the person I am now. I have completely changed. And it starts with that dream. It starts with that key. For me, it was saying to myself, I'm not going to be a loser. I've chosen I'm not going to be a loser. No matter how the world wants to respond to me, I was only a loser because the world told me I was a loser. I was only valued as the last member of the team because the world told me that I was the last member of the team. And I did nothing about that to change it. But now that I've grown up and I've seen what I can do, I have changed quite a lot in my life. And so, take running for example. I love running. I'm passionate about running. I want to get out there. I want to run. I want to cover the kilometers. I want to really push myself now to the limits that I can. And that's tremendous. But 6 years ago, I would have laughed at you if you said, yeah, let's go for a run. I would have laughed at you. I would have said, please leave my house. I would not do that. And, 6 years later, I've managed to achieve the best. And I don't think that I'm fully there yet. I believe that I still have a lot more value to give for myself. I believe I still have a lot more personal bests to break. Even though I managed to smash so many this year, I still believe that I have a lot more to give to myself and to my family and be an encouragement to those people around me. When I hear people talk of how I run and things like that, they are impressed. They are, quite amazed at the things that I do and the training that I put in and the time and effort that I put in. They are quite interested and impressed, and that's not only value to me, it's also the value that I get from other people. So rather than people evaluating my life, I evaluate my life for other people to see. And that's the key. You can't live your life because people told you you are a certain way, because that is not you. All right? That's not you. You got to be yourself. You got to embrace yourself. You got to say, look, what am I good at? What am I not good at? If I'm not good at certain things, why don't I just try and improve them? Right? If I'm not good at playing a guitar, why don't I learn how to play guitar? Why don't I, soak myself in Google and YouTube and things like that and pick up a few key tips, get surrounded with people who are doing the same thing and get involved and learn how to play the guitar. It's that simple, But it is at that time when you're stuck down in that mire, we're stuck down in that depression, in that void, it's really hard to see those kind of things. So you have to not listen to people who have an opinion. Because basically an opinion is like a flush toilet. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody really cares. But when they do, it's like, oh, okay, fair enough, whatever. You can't take that to heart, and you can't build your whole life around it. Okay? And I want to show you almost as a display of this kind of thinking is, for my whole life, pretty much my whole life, I've been either overweight or obese. There was a period of my life, about 6 or 7 months, when I was a teenager, when I was lean and I was cycling and I was active. But anyway, outside of that, I've been overweight. And in the last 3 years of 27, 28, 29 and being 30, I've been obese. And I had to make a change in my life. I had to make a change. I changed my diet. I'm a high carb, low fat vegan diet, and it just changed my life. But 5 years ago, in fact 6 years ago, in 2009, in October, I decided to put on a pair of running shoes. And actually, it wasn't 2000. Was it 2009? Pardon me. It was 2010. 2010, I decided to put my trainers on and I went for a run. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell my wife. It was just me making a decision to get out there and run. And for the week, I just did small, tiny runs, just round the block. And just getting my legs moving. And eventually I told my wife, and later on I found out that my wife thought that I would never keep it up, but I carried on going with it. I think persistence is key. If you want to achieve something, your persistence is absolutely 100% key. Whether it be weight loss, whether it be fitness, whether it be athleticism, whether it be professional, in your career, you have to be persistent 100%. All right? Because if you let the bar fall, you're going to struggle to pick it up and you think this is a waste of time. All right? But yeah, 5 years ago, I started running. It was like 1 mile to start off with, and then it grew to 2 miles and 3 miles and then 5K, 6.5K. I can still remember those days when I was still tracking my runs with the iPhone 3, and that was a long time ago. But I just remember then all of a sudden, after doing a 5K for about 2 months, I pushed it to a 7.5K, and I thought, wow, this felt really good. I can't believe I actually did 7.5K. And then I ran 7.5K a couple of times, and the frequency of that grew. And then I did a 10K, and I thought, wow, I did a 10K. This is absolutely amazing. And so the progression went. And to this day, folks, I've managed to complete, I'll show you. I've managed to complete 7 marathons. 7 marathons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 marathons. Because I believed in myself. I didn't choose to listen to people who were telling me that I was wrong, it's impossible. You're overweight, you're obese, you'll never be able to get round a 26.2 mile course. I never believed them. I didn't want to believe them because I had something to prove to myself. On top of those 7 marathons, it's 19 half marathons. And then 2 10K races, which I did for fun. I want to tell you that if you choose to believe in your ability that is defined by other people, then you are prepared to be living a life that is unfulfilling to yourself. But if you choose to switch off those voices of what other people are saying and start doing things for yourself, start learning and improving yourself, finding your strengths and pushing your limits, finding the impossibilities and breaking them, your life will be fulfilled. You'll be happy. You'll have achievement in yourself, and there will be nobody in the whole world that will be able to take that away from you. So be encouraged. If you want to get out there and run, go for it. If you want to get out there and cycle, go for it. If you want to get out there and lose weight, go for it. All right? Don't be defined by what other people say about you.